You know, we've been hunting here on the Stuart Ranch for 8 years, and over that time we've been able to lay down some incredible animals with our good friend Clay Forst. But this ranch not only has incredible animals, it has an incredible history as well.
So the ranch started in 1868. It was Choctaw allotment land from my great-great-great-grandfather. His name was Robert Clay Forst. It would have been actually Blue County Indian Territory at that time. The ranch has progressed since then. We still ranch in Caddo. That ranch grew from 240 acres to 13,000 acres. And we also ranch in southwest Oklahoma in Waurika. And that ranch was purchased, the original purchase was in 1991 and has grown to 33,000 acres. So we're about 45,000 acres total. So currently the ranch is operated by my mom, who is our general manager. She is, we call her the big boss. She's ahead of everything. Myself and then my younger brother. My brother manages our horse division and I manage our hunting outfitting division. So Stuart Ranch is comprised of 3 different enterprises: cattle, horses, and then our hunting division. So our ranch we're old school. We still operate with horses when we're working and doing everything with our cattle division. So our horse division actually feeds part of our cattle division essentially as a tool to do our job. We also have a breeding and a training operation as well that also encompasses the horse division. That's where my brother really comes in. He's one of our trainers that trains our horses in the show aspect of things in the horse world. We breed mares every year to help kind of regenerate what we're doing with our horse program, to interject bloodlines and to keep what we're doing as far as our horse division. And we also sell horses off the ranch, either private treaty or to select number of sales we go to each year. We've been really blessed over the years. We've had some great horses over the years as far as accomplishments. We've had a couple super horses, AQHA super horses. We were named the best of the Bermuda. Over the years, we've really had a lot of outstanding horses throughout the years that have had a lot of accomplishments. So our cattle division, we basically kind of have 2 subdivisions that feed our cattle side of things. We have a cow-calf operation where we have Hereford and Angus bulls crossed back on Hereford and Angus cows. So about 60% of our herd is black baldy cows. We also run yearlings on the ranch too, either for on the game through customers or for our calves that we wean off our cow operation. Throughout the year at any given time, we have anywhere from about 1,500 to about 2,500 head of cattle, depending on time of year on the ranch. So prior to 2009, the ranch had always basically leased the hunting operation out to a third-party outfitter, in which they ended up subleasing it. I was hired in 2009 to basically start Stuart Ranch Outfitters to keep everything in-house as a package guide operation. So I've been running it since 2009. We do packaged deer, turkey, waterfowl, pigs. We do both Eastern and Rio Grande turkeys due to the ranch's locations in the state. We're really diversified on how we do things. We're super flexible. We offer full packages. Both ranches have lodging, guide service, transportation on the ranch. We've got cleaning and cold storage facilities at both ranches. We can offer meals as needed and as part of some of our higher end packages.
You know, we love hunting here at the Stuart Ranch. Great people, great lodging, and incredible hunting. We got whitetail, hogs, waterfowl, turkeys. This place is a hunter's dream.
I met Brad and the Final Descent guys at an outdoor expo in Oklahoma City in 2009. Approached Brad because we were just getting off the ground to have the guys come out and film a show for us just to help promote what we were doing. And Final Descent's been coming out every year since 2009. First and foremost, as being landowners, we're land stewards and we really take care of our ground. We don't overgraze with our cattle and we don't overhunt with our wildlife. My only guarantee to my clients is I'll do everything I can to make sure their hunt is successful as possible, and I really stand by that. We don't to beat around the bush as far as what we do here. So our ground's not overhunted. We really limit everything that we do from our hunting operation as far as how we do things. We set limits every year, and once we meet that limit with clients, we stop. I mean, we don't overdo things to try to ensure that our clients have the most successful, enjoyable time that they can have on the ranch while they're here.
You know, outside of being a huge tract of land, Clay works really, really hard at managing the property to ensure that the wildlife on the property have the best that they can possibly have to survive on the ranch.
From a land management perspective with our wildlife, we do numerous things to really take care of what we're doing here on the ranch from a land steward aspect. We do prescribed controlled burns. We try to burn a percentage of the ranch every year. We've got a supplemental feeding program. We actually have a no-till system here with our crop fields where it's actually more for the cattle aspect, but it's also providing a lot of nutritious food for our wildlife as well. So we've got either some sort of cover crop in the spring and the summer, and then also wheat and rye in the wintertime. So that's also supplying an additional food source for our wildlife. We've got numerous duck hunting, slough management areas on the ranch as well, so we're providing habitat for our waterfowl as well. So we really are trying to provide the greatest environment for our wildlife 365.
So Clay asked if I'd come back and hunt during Oklahoma's muzzleloader season like I did the year before. And usually the Oklahoma muzzleloader season being right at the end of October is a great time to be in the woods. We're starting to see some rut activity and big bucks are starting to get on their feet. So I was really excited to hit the ranch with my night muzzleloader and try to lay down a big buck. All right, we're here on the Stuart Ranch, meeting up with Clay. Muzzleloader season opens in the morning, but we're going to do a little bit of scouting this evening. See if we can find us a buck or two. So we're going to break out the Vortex and spotting scope, some binos, and see if we can't locate a buck and see if we can get him down this week. Clay's got the Vortex spotting scope out, and he's located. Well, first off, we got some pigs underneath the feeder. But then back over here, right here, we've got what, 2 bucks.
2 bucks.
One of them's a pretty nice 8-pointer. So just try to make a game plan. Muzzleloader season opens in the morning here in Oklahoma. Just trying to get an idea on where we want to be at, and where we want to be to have the best chance to get on a mature deer.
The first morning of Brad's hunt, we had a rainstorm blow through with some high typical Oklahoma winds blow in the night before. It was my plan A. We roll up to the blind, it's laying on its side. So in typical outfitter fashion, I got to resort to plan B pretty quickly. Well, we're moving on to plan B, and that's a different blind, but it wasn't real far away. But we were still really, really confident because at this blind, Clay had been seeing a really big buck that was on the hit list named Two Forks. We fortunately got to the blind early enough that we could make a move pretty quickly to another blind, and I had been seeing another good hit list buck in this area, so we proceeded to go to plan B.
Well, not exactly how you want the first day of your hunt to go. We got to the blind here this morning, and last night, man, we had an incredible storm roll through. The wind was blowing and rocking and rolling, shaking the lodge. We had some of those 50, 60 mile an hour winds as this front moved through. Got to the blind this morning that we're going to hunt in, and it's actually blown over, which is pretty crazy. In that song, the song Oklahoma, when it says the wind comes sweeping down the plains, man, they ain't joking. We get some high winds, and sometimes this is a result of it, but it's a big ranch, and Clay runs a heck of an operation. He's kind of evaluating the blind right now, kind of looking it over, but we're up plenty early. We're going to get ourselves plenty of time to get in there. We're actually going to go to another blind on down this ridge, several hundred yards, but there's a ton of good deer on this ranch, so I'm not super worried about it. Clay knows what he's doing, and but definitely not how you want to start your first day of your hunt. Things not going as planned. I hope it's not cursed, man. I hope this isn't just a picture of how the rest of the week's going to go, but hopefully plan B will be good for us. So anyway, we got plenty of time to get to the blind, get set up. So we'll see, man. Maybe plan B will be good for us. We'll see.
So Brad and I got settled in the blind. The sun's coming up. We've got some does and some younger bucks kind of feeding below us. Brad kind of glances over to his left, and it's a big buck coming in. As I look over there, I knew immediately it was the buck that we were looking for. It's a buck what we call Two Forks.
Good buck right here, Clay. Oh yeah, that's a shooter.
Well, when Clay saw the buck, he immediately knew it was Two Forks, and we just needed him to head on down the ridge and give us a clean shot.
Get his way down to the bottom right here. Still got it.
Well, it took forever for Two Forks to get in position. He got down in the bottom and bristled up to a younger buck, and finally he steps out around the brush and steps out and gives me a 155-yard shot. But with my night muzzleloader, I was confident I could get it done.
That's a big deer. That's a really big deer. I put it right on his shoulder and I pulled the trigger, but...
Brad makes a shot, blind goes white, smoke everywhere. I don't hear a thud. Not sure, confident-wise, whether we have a connection or not. So I make Brad basically hang out for an hour. I decided that we're just going to give him some time. Call one of my guides, Steve. I told him, I said, give us an hour, then we're going to go look for this deer.
What? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, man.
Oh, that's
Oh my gosh. It's a buck that they call Two Forks, obviously to see why. You know, he's got forks kind of going everywhere, but an incredible deer. We're thinking in the 160s, gonna be my biggest buck that I've ever killed, and to get it on camera and get great footage of it just makes it that much sweeter. The night muzzleloader hammered him. He didn't go 50 yards, shooting their bloodline bullets as well. I mean, he piled up, but just an incredible deer. This place is unbelievable. We're here at the Stuart Ranch in Waurika, Oklahoma. They got 30,000+ acres of free-range whitetail, and this is the type of deer that are running around out here. Just unbelievable buck. Just an incredible deer. So, man, if you're looking for a place to come and hunt, experience Oklahoma, this is a great place to do it. Man, Clay, I can't thank you enough. Steve, you had to work real hard in helping us find him. You had to walk about 40 yards to find him. Just an incredible hunt, man. I can't say enough about this ranch. Thank the Lord, thank my wife. Clay, thank you so much, buddy. Absolutely an incredible buck. You know, you won't find anybody that works as hard as the folks here at the Stuart Ranch.
I heard the voice.
You know, when you run an outfitting business and a livestock operation, it's a lot of early mornings and late nights. But you know, all that hard work is paid off for the folks here at the Stuart Ranch, because now it's one of the largest family-owned and operated ranches in the entire state of Oklahoma. You know, a lot of blood, sweat, and probably a few tears went into making this ranch what it is today, and I love to come hunt here because I know that Clay has worked so hard to assure that I have the best chance I can to take a big buck. You know, in a way, it kind of reminds me of Christ. You see, Christ went to the cross and he bled and he died for us. You see, he did the work, my sacrifice for my sin. Jesus was that for me so that I could spend eternity in heaven. You see, he did that for me and for you. The work has been done. So today, have you accepted the work that Jesus did on the cross for you and for me? Have you asked him to be your Savior? Have you allowed his blood to cover you so that you can be made righteous in the eyes of God? You know, the old hymn says, Jesus paid it all, and to all to him we owe. You know, the question for us today is, have you allowed Jesus to be your Savior because he went to the cross and shed his blood for us? Have you made that decision? Have you made him Lord of your life? If you haven't, we want to encourage you to do that, and we want to help you make that decision as well. You can go to our website and send us an email. You can go to Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, shoot us a message there. We want to help you any way we can start a relationship with Jesus because the work's been done. He's paid it all. We hope you've enjoyed today's episode, and we'll see you next week.